Welcome to the Lake KoKo Northern November edition. Hope you all have been doing well. Snow's finally on the ground. Firewood is done. Ready for the winter. Back to the model trains. Been up to a few things lately, but we have to go up. So, second level, the Three Amigos mine at Euphemia. The landscape is finally coming together. I found these at the dump. They're from Barkerville. They're like a postcard kind of little picture thing. I think they were like, but 9x9. So I thought they looked awesome. Here, let me move this. Sorry. My bad. So I thought they looked pretty cool. So I cut them out and put them against the backdrop. Try to make maybe a flat out of them or something. One thing I do want to do is maybe take a pencil crayon, just give them a little bit of color. And that, as you can see, I got the backdrop done. Might do a little bit of clouds and stuff, and I've got to finish up here because, yeah. So before I get too much farther, I got to get that done. We had a leak over in that corner a couple years ago, and I never got around to putting the drywall back up there. So that's pretty much the next step before I go really any farther. I don't want to put a mine here and have to put drywall above it. Another thing I've done is made a couple big trees. Now, y'all might think, what the hell? That is an ugly looking tree. But I guarantee somewhere out in the bush, there's a prototype for that tree. I wander around out in the bush looking for firewood all the time. There are some ugly trees out there. So I guarantee somewhere in the bush, there's a prototype for that one. And I'm kind of messing around doing these new style trees. I got to get them a little better, but hey, you got to start somewhere, right? The other thing I've done is build a caboose. So, that is a Bachmann caboose with a cupola. And I don't know, I've always been favorable to the transfer style caboose. So that's what we're going with. Plus, I've got this little one that my good friend Mac Rose gave me. The Shay that I had is now in a box. So that is going to be shipped back to my good friend Mac Rose Railway. I would have loved to have done a thing on it, but I'm not sure if his railway even has a name. I know it's an island theme thing, but if I find out it has a name, I will let you know. But I found it bottomed out too much. It's a T-style boiler, and it just hung down too far, and any little bump or anything in your rail, like I model a mining railway, and my track's not the smoothest. Where these little moguls have no problem, the boiler on that thing hangs so far down that it catches in 3 or 4 different spots. So after, sitting there talking with Mac the one day, I said the railway wasn't happy with that Shay. And he jumped at the chance to buy back. So the Shay is sold and is going back to Mac's Railway. Other than that, I don't think there's anything really else new on the railway. Until next month, where I'm sure this will change drastically. Y'all have yourself a good weekend. Talk to you then.